Madam President,
Senator from Pennsylvania.
I thank the chair. Madam President, I ask consent that I may speak for 10 minutes as if in morning business.
Without objection.
I have sought recognition to comment about the pending bill, and as I reflect on it, I'm speaking on the bill and don't need to put it in morning business. It is on the bill itself. I note that the Majority Leader has filed a petition for cloture, and it is scheduled for 9:30 tomorrow, and we may vote on it today, but whenever we vote on it, there are some observations that I have and want to give my thinking on the issue, and my current inclination is to vote against cloture because there has been insufficient time to offer amendments. This omnibus bill contains most of the budget process, and there are a great many amendments pending. I compliment the Majority Leader for moving from the position of blocking all amendments. We've had a considerable discussion last year and even before that about a practice of Majority Leaders taking procedural steps known as an arcane procedure inside the Beltway talk of filling the tree, but stopping amendments from being offered, and then to move to cloture. And I have opposed cloture and have urged that regular order be followed in allowing amendments to be offered. The unique feature about the United States Senate is that any senator can offer virtually any amendment at virtually any time on virtually any bill. And that, plus unlimited debate, makes this a very extraordinary body where we can focus public attention on important matters of public policy and acquaint the public with what is going on and seek to improve our governance. The Majority Leader has objected to quite a number of amendments coming up. And looking over the list, there are quite a number of amendments which I believe merit consideration. Senator Grassley has tried to advance Amendment 628, did again this morning, and there was an objection raised to it. Senator Sessions has sought to offer amendment number 604, and he's been blocked on 4 occasions from offering this amendment on the economic stimulus. Senator Vitter has a number of amendments, one of which is Amendment 636 involving drug reimportation from Canada. Senator Ensign has amendment number 615, co-sponsored by Senator Moynihan, Senator Kyle, Senator DeMint, Senator Brownback, and Senator Cornyn, which would deal with a subject where they're seeking to have a vote. Now, I don't necessarily agree with all of these amendments. In fact, as I review them, there are some that I disagree with. But I believe that senators ought to have an opportunity to offer amendments. Yesterday, the Senate voted on an issue involving Emmett Till, and many senators voted against that amendment, as I understand it, to avoid having an amendment passed on the omnibus, which would require a conference with the House of Representatives. Well, I think that it's something we ought to decide on the merits as to the amendment without respect to having a conference. Regular order under our legislative process is to exercise our judgment on amendments, and then if the Senate bill is different from the House bill, if an amendment passes, then you have a conference. That's the way we do business. That is regular order. and to determine how you're going to vote on an amendment in order to avoid a conference seems to me to be beside the point. If there were some emergency, some reason to avoid a conference, perhaps so. But there is time to have a Senate bill which disagrees with the House bill and to have a conference and iron it out on regular order. Whenever we depart from regular order, it seems to me we run into potential problems. The institutions of the United States Senate have been crafted over centuries, and the Senate is smarter than I am, certainly, and perhaps even smarter than other senators. But I think we ought to follow regular order, and that's why I'm disinclined to vote for cloture. I know the majority leader wants to move this bill, but we have time to take up these amendments. And if we move on into additional sessions of the Senate later this week, later tonight, later next week, then I think that is what ought to be done, and senators ought to have an opportunity to offer these amendments. I thank the chair. In the absence of any other senator seeking recognition, I suggest the absence of a quorum.